The Amazon River is a river of superlatives. It's the largest river in the world in terms of discharge. In fact, it's got a greater discharge than the combined flow of the next 6 largest rivers in the world. It is the greatest fluorescence of life on Earth. There are 6,700 species of trees, and yet scientists estimate there could be another 10,000 yet to be discovered by science. The remoteness and the vastness of the pristine rainforests of the Amazon protect them to a degree, but Amazonia is definitely changing. In the last 30, 40 years, we've seen record droughts. We've seen floods higher than anything recorded. It's not clear what's causing these recent extremes. The modern instrumental record of precipitation in the largest rainforest on Earth, it's really only about 50 to 70 years long. That's not enough climate data to really get a handle on the decadal to centennial scale variations in precipitation. That's where tree rings come in. The University of Arkansas Tree Ring Lab has received a grant from the National Science Foundation to use tree rings to study the long-term variability of precipitation and ultimately stream flow in Amazonia. We're doing this research with our colleagues in Brazil and Argentina.
We are developing tree ring chronologies from long-lived hardwood tropical trees. And in the chronology, we take small samples from living trees and also cross-sections from recently fallen trees. Using the microscopes, we record the ring width from each annual ring and compare tree ring data with climate data in order to reconstruct precipitation variability. The wide rings represent the wet years, and the narrow rings represent the dry years.
We are using Cedrela dorata, which is one of the best tropical tree species for us to develop in a chronology because it forms beautiful tree rings, and we can clearly see the limits between the previous and the following ring. We have found these Cedrela trees in the eastern Amazon, in the Rio Paru drainage basin in an area called Paru State Forest. With the help of Evandro Dalmaso, we have been able to fly into very remote areas of the jungle to identify these Cedrela trees and collect samples.
What amazed me the most about the 250-year-long Cedrela chronology that Daniela and Ana Carolina and I have developed is that tree growth in the Amazon is in fact correlated with tree growth all across southwestern North America and temperate South America. It turns out that when you have drought in the eastern Amazon, you tend to have wetness across Texas, Oklahoma, all the way to southern South America. So we have these Pan-American interactions between precipitation, stream flow, and forest ecosystem productivity across the Americas. The recent drought and flood extremes that have been recorded constitute a major challenge to society because it's not clear what's causing them. The tree rings show kind of a natural multi-decadal rhythm, and perhaps that's part of it, but we also know that humans are making massive changes in the Amazon watershed, principally deforestation. We're also having, of course, an effect on the global climate. And those are the two leading hypotheses for the recent increase in extremes that have been witnessed in the Amazon. Climate models have simulated for decades that if you remove the forests, you will so change the climate that the tropical rainforest will never grow back. These are stark warnings to society. In order to place the modern changes that we're seeing in the late 20th and early 21st century into perspective of natural climate variability, we need these proxy climate records from tree rings to provide the estimates of the natural precipitation variability that took place across the Amazon prior to human intervention. And so the development of these proxy tree ring chronologies, we believe, will be ultimately important to the sustainability of the biome.